extremely significant in the NFL. It obviously impacted yesterday, and the impact continues. Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is among the players on that team to test positive for COVID-19, among four latest players and one staff member to test positive yesterday. So they've now had at least a dozen players test positive for the coronavirus this week. They've been especially hard hit. Currently 10 players on the reserve list, missing key players such as Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins and Calais Campbell, and now not only the quarterback Lamar Jackson, but a backup quarterback in Trace McSorley. And so let me bring in Jeremy Fowler, our insider who's been covering the story for us like crazy. And Jeremy, you were telling me that as of now, again, this game is scheduled to be played just after 1 o'clock Eastern on Sunday. As of right now, is that still the plan?
Greeny, I just checked with the league source and was told there is no change in the status of the Baltimore-Pittsburgh game. As of right now, at this minute, it is still on. Now, they are working through and monitoring this situation. I checked with the Ravens. They are loosely prepared to travel. So it's not looking great, but the league is trying to determine right now whether this positive testing rash will subside this weekend, because that's 5 straight days Ravens players have had at least one positive test. So they need some good news in a hurry here, but they don't want to move the game unless they absolutely have to.
And to be clear, absolutely have to would not be based upon competitive advantage or disadvantage. It would just be based upon safety, right? So it doesn't matter if Lamar Jackson can't play and the running backs can't play and all that. They will play this game if they feel that it is safe to do so based on coronavirus protocols.
Yeah, Greeny, personnel is sort of irrelevant here, whether Lamar Jackson's out and 3 of his backups are. You know, if they have the number of guys on the COVID reserve list, they've built in, added practice squad players, reinforcements that you can bring in. It's really simply about, is this game medically safe to play? And so if it is, the league is going to power through like it has all year. It has week 18 in its back pocket if it has to reschedule games. I'm told that's a last resort. They don't want to do that.
So clearly, Week 18 is out there. They don't want to do it. Forfeiture, in theory, is out there. Clearly, no one wants to do that. What can you tell us about the circumstance of the coach that has been suspended by the team?
Well, Greeny, he was suspended because he didn't follow the protocol, from what I've heard, and so that means not wearing your mask around the facility. That potentially increases the spread, and so you have players like Lamar Jackson that are playing the game. He could have gotten it from several offensive linemen that have been put on the COVID reserve list. He's got running backs that he's close to in his own locker room, like J.K. Dobbins, Mark Ingram. They are on the COVID list. And so this is the problem the NFL is facing right now, is that these guys could have contracted this 6-7 days ago, and the team is still getting positives. So if they don't get good news in a hurry here, either Friday or Saturday, knowing that the results are going to get better, they're going to have to do something with the game. Now, they can maybe move it back a few days, but then the Ravens run into that problem with the Cowboys playing Thursday. Now you'd have to move that back as well.
Yeah, let's be clear on that. The Ravens are currently scheduled, well, they were supposed to play the Steelers last night. That game has now been moved to Sunday. Yeah. They're also scheduled to play the Cowboys on Thursday. So there are a lot of moving pieces in all of this. And of course, the league will take a close look at whether or not protocols were violated. Jeremy, stay with me. Let me take a look at why this game is so important. The Ravens are in a precarious spot in the AFC playoff picture, 6-4 with the Raiders and the Dolphins. Our Football Power Index gives Baltimore just over an 85% chance of reaching the postseason, but that could change in a hurry. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.